Under the basic folder, you will create a file called user.js. User.js. It must be within the proper folder. User.js. User folder is ready. Sorry, file. Under the user file, right there a function name called my user. So my user function you cannot call as a function. You will call as a component. Okay, my user function you will not call as a function. In the term of React, you are going to call as a component. Right. Coming to the next. Inside the function symbol, we have to write as we used to write the JavaScript. Then what is this component? The function what we have written in the term of JavaScript is called a, in the term of JavaScript called a function, but in the term of React it is going to call it a component. Inside component what we have, inside the component we have to write some JS code, we have to write some HTML code based on multiple rule and regulation. Okay, so let's write here called return a division. Division is going to be a parent element. Inside the division h1, right here called user list. User list. Write a paragraph. The user list is working. The user list is working. The user list is working. Save the file. After that, come down below. Export default and my user. Export default and my user. Received just. Hello. Only one. My user. Save now. Then you will ask why we have written export here. That day we discuss export meaning is what? Export meaning is what? You wish to share. Correct? Export meaning is what? You are making your my user function shareable. Someone can import it. You are making the my user function as a importable so that someone can import. So how to make importable? Using the keyword called export. If you will not use the keyword export, your my user function no one can use. Other component cannot use the my user function. Okay. Save the file. So you saw the my user function is a function. It's called a component in the term of React, and it has the division, it has the paragraph, it has the h1, correct? And those things is the combination of JavaScript and HTML code together. Okay, so this is going to call a JSX, JavaScript and XML. Save the file, then we'll come to the how to use that. Make sure this file is under the which folder? Basic folder, yes. Are you ready? Then we'll come to the page called app.js file. Okay. And now come to the user file we created. Inside we wrote something. Now what is the function name? Component name is called my user. Come to the app.js file. How to use that function? How to use the function? Okay. So if you want to use that function, definitely you have to call somewhere. So we are going to do calling. We are going to call the function. We are going to import the component. So let's write here import. What is the component name? My user. My user. Import my user from where? Basic slash user.js file. In user.js file, there is a file called user. Sorry, in user.js, there is a component called my user. We are importing that. So you can import here if you have made as a export. You cannot import here if you have not made as a export. Sasank. Okay, open. Save the file. Now come there. At last here, in the last. Okay. In index.js file, I have given you the idea. Let me copy that and paste again here just to understand in the proper way. Suppose if I go to the app.js file, in app.js file, look at here. I have added one line. In JavaScript, you remember how to call the function? Suppose my user is a function, my user is a component. So how to call in JavaScript? Something like this. But in React, you can't call like this. In React, you have to call like this. Under the JSX, my user will get called like this. My user will be something like this. Correct. So my user we imported on the top. Just we are going to call here below. Okay. So let's go here and write here call my user. My user. But it should be within only. It should not be outside. Else it will throw the error. My user should be inside. It should not be outside. Else it will become the error. Save that. You can remove this paragraph and all, no needed. Remove the paragraph, let it be one H1, welcome React and keep here. So you can say section become as a parent tag, H1 become as a child tag, and my user become as a another child tag. In fact, my user is a function, but you are calling here as a JSX element. It is calling here as a JSX element, just like as a component. Save it. Look into the browser. User is showing or not. Okay, save the file, look into the browser, loading, user. One is called welcome React, another one is called user list, and user is working. Please confirm me, yes, working, not working, I'll guide you. Then from there we can go ahead. Open with live server is not run directly. Have we started this npm start? Then you have to do npm start, go to the browser, localhost colon 3000, then only this project will work.
Sir? Sir?
Hello?
Hello, sir. Sir, I have issue. Actually, I wrote npm start. Then it's written like that ki webpack compiled successfully, but after that nothing is coming. So I can go to the Visual Studio Code.
Visual Studio Code or any editor you wrote, that is no matter. You use any editor, okay? That is no matter. Editor is not required. Okay, so delete this line for everyone. Delete this line. Delete also this line. Okay. Delete this line. Delete this line. Now save the file. This is which file? App.js. You delete everything from your app.js. Keep only this much. Save the file. Then don't do right click and open with browser. Okay. This is not HTML code. Don't right click and run in the live server. You have to run through the localhost 3000 port number after compilation. So hope we deleted everything from this file. Okay, so hope we modify app.js file. No, don't look here there. Look into your file and look into this system. Okay. App.js file modification is done. Now after that, in your project folder, have you done npm start? Now if npm start is done, Next, you are here. You have written the return you have written. Okay, welcome React is written. Save the file, and after that npm start should be there. Go to your browser. If it is running automatically, no problem. Not running, type localhost colon 3000. Save the file and run it. Save the file, run it. Now check welcome React is coming or not. This is working. Look into your computer. No? Why you are looking into your system? Show me what you did everything. You listen me properly, okay? Don't look there. Show me the system. What you did everything, keep here. The code. This is which file? The app folder. Index.js file. This code why you modified? This line why you wrote like that? This is first line why is written? The first line, this line why you wrote this line? This is yours is this one, no? Why you wrote this line again? Comment that. Comment this line. Only first line. Delete that. Okay. Still anyone have problem?
Yes, sir, I have.
You have written similar code?
No, sir, not about code. Sir, actually, I can't able to start my VX code.
You have written here npm start.
Yes, I have written
In which folder?
in React project 1.
Okay. After that, what is the error?
It's showing like that key. Well, just give me 1 minute. I have started from again. It's It's showing like that the webpack compiled successfully.
After that,
After that, nothing is coming. Then the localhost page was coming.
localhost, how you are running in the browser?
After writing npm start in a command prompt,
In browser, what you type?
localhost 3000.
You are facing. Any other person is facing similar problem? No other? Okay, so what's your name? Vishwaswarupa.
Vishwarupa.
Okay, you are in the laptop or mobile now?
Laptop.
Okay, I made you host. You can share me your screen.
Yes, sir.
Share screen quickly.
Yes, sir. Wait a minute.
Now, where you run that? In browser.
Yes, sir.
Show me the browser.
This one, sir. This producer welcome React. This page is coming, but how I can open my VS Code in this command prompt? That in this command prompt I can write anything on this page.
You have to go for new command prompt.
You can
Same
open
folder, go.
also, right?
Sorry, sir.
You can open one more CMD.
One more CMD.
Hmm.
Okay. CMD. NPM start.
Why NPM start?
Then code space dot.
Code space dot enter you can write.
Some errors are coming in this space. I don't know why. It's showing that key to create production.
First stop sharing and go to your CMD. What you are doing, show us. Stop sharing.
Just a minute. Then go to CMD.
Go to CMD, share your screen. Go to project folder. First go to the project folder, share the screen.
Just a minute. I'm sharing.
Go inside project 1
Project 1.
and CMD here.
CMD.
CMD open.
Yes, sir.
Type in that code space dot. Enter.
Code space dot. Enter. Some
DS,
errors.
DS code is open.
Yes, sir.
There you can write the code. Now show me the browser. Stop sharing. Again go to the browser and share the screen. Stop sharing, go to the browser and share the screen again. You should do little fast because many people are there waiting for you.
Give me a minute, sir.
Open the browser and then share the screen, that's all.
Can you see?
Share, then we'll see. No, still you have not shared that. Share the screen. It's running, no? What you are expecting next?
Yes, sir. But I can go to the from command prompt. I can go to the VS Code.
Question is something else, you ask something else. You should ask from command prompt. I'm not able to go to the VS Code. Thank you. Let's follow me properly. Okay, so hope working for other also. Okay, now come there where you have written the code in which file? App.js file, correct? App.js file is loading. We have created one file today. What is that file name? User. What is the component name called? My user. Okay, so come here now. Import now. Import my user. Import my user. Import my user from user basic slash user dot js. Next, this my user is a component. You can call like as a HTML tag. My user is a component. You can call like as a HTML tag. Save it and check once. Message in the chat. Yes, it's loading or not. Save the file. Go to the browser, refresh as well. Working. 1 minute. Okay, so hope everyone error is fixed and you are on the common track right now. Come next. Next is this should be the first line. Import should be in the beginning. Import you cannot write in between, you cannot write in the later. Import should be in the beginning of it. Okay. Okay. Next, after that, one component you created, my user will create some more component. Okay. Create one more component called info.html inside the basic folder only. Info.js, not HTML. Info.js. Const const info you can give equal to fat arrow method. A small changes we did. Previous you have written only function. Return h1 right here, not h1. You can write simple call h1y we wrote here. Division we can write. A paragraph or header or information section. Information section. Export default info. Component name should start with uppercase. Okay. Component name should start with the uppercase. Now save this file, again call the info.js, check that is happening or not. तो सांग काय घेते उसको वो रूल रेगुलेशन में तो फॉलो इसलिए नहीं गया है, ठीक है। हम यहाँ पे जाएंगे, वी ट्रांसफर में जाइए, यही दे दो यहाँ पे, दूसरा क्या लोग करो, वी ट्रांसफर, वी 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 डब्ल्यू वी यार, वी डब्ल्यू ई कैसे लिखते हैं? अच्छा वी ट्रांसफर आ रहा है तो hope ready. Come to the next file, app.js. In app.js file, we have to call the info again. So go to the app.js, import again. Import info. Info from आपका email ID डालिए, और उसी का ईमेल आईडी डाल दीजिए अपना ही डालिए बटन है। Okay, hope imported. Basic of info.js. दोनों आप ही डाल दीजिए। Now after that, call here info file in the beginning. Save the file. Hope running something like this. Info section is working on the top. Yes, no, anyone error again? So this is our class. Next one. Someone dot let's complete. STEMPIT. So yeah. Sample. Sample इनको guide कर दो. Sample. Okay, both info is ready. Let's go ahead. Create one more file, header.js, in the basic folder only. Header.js. Header.js. In which folder? Basic folder. Const, function name, header, component name starts with capital. Component name should start with capital. Return a paragraph. Header is working. Export default header. After info, call the header. After info, call the header. After info, call the header. Calling in app.js file. After info, call the header. But first you have to import it. Import header from dot slash basic. Here you can call the header. Hope it should work. information is working, header is working, welcome, React, user list, all 4 components. Total how many components we created? 3 components, right? 3 components we created and all are working proper. Now assume section is the main tag here. So flow, what is the flow? You create a JavaScript file, create a function, whether fight arrow function or normal function, import the function in one file, and after that just call it simply. That becomes a component creation and calling. Okay, component creation, create a JavaScript file in the src folder, maybe under the folder or maybe out of the folder. After that, write inside some code as a functional and do the export, and wherever you want import it and call like a independent tag, br and hr, how we follow. So this is happening. Next after that we have discussed, like in the React we can use user defined tag also, we can use empty tag also, many things we can follow. Okay, so look at here, go here, and this main tag, section tag, convert into empty, and here also keep as empty, empty, empty and empty. Okay, so empty tag, open close, you can save the file and check once. Now empty tag will work here as a parent tag, empty tag will work here as a parent tag, empty tag will work here as a parent tag. Hope no error. Under each component, whichever the component we have created, under each component, you are going to follow the section tag. So go to the first component. What is the first component? Info. So here it is clear, yes, it is not necessary that only the parent tag will be the main tag. Main tag can be any tag. The parent tag can be any tag. Now this h1 also I'm going to remove from here. H1 is removed. Let's remove the h1. Info, header, and my user. If you look flow wise, we have 3 components we created, and all 3 components we call in which file? App.js file. App.js file will deal with the index.js, and index.js will deal with the index.html and browser. Okay, so whichever the component we are going to create, all the component will call under this file. Which file? App.js file. And in app.js file, we will be writing different type of logic, and based on logic, we will redirect this page from one page to other page. There will understand really it's happening or not. So let's go to the info file now, info.js file, and this division convert into section. Division convert into section, and for that write a id equal to info block. Info block. We have to write some CSS for this. Because of that, we wrote some CSS. Okay, hope ready. Next, after that, go to the another file. What is next? Header. In header file also, we can use a section tag. Section open and section close. Section open and section close. For this, you can give ID equal to header. Right? Next. So hope your page is running as usual. No error. In React also we can use ID as usual. Okay. In React also we can use ID as usual. But class you cannot use directly as a class. Let's come to the user file. In user.js, also open a section tag. Section and close the section. Section open, section close. And inside that section, you will write as a class name. In React JSX, we don't have any property called class. The property name is called class name. Class name equal to something. Container you can use, no problem. We can create a container class or maybe my container. So how to write the class? Class name, not as a class directly. ID you can write as what you have written. Okay. Right. After that, hope there is no any error in your page. No error. So component creation is nothing but simple create a JavaScript file, write a function in that, and after writing the function, we can export the function, and wherever we want we can import the function, and just like the independent tag we can use here. Next, how to write the CSS for the components. Where to write the CSS? Suppose you created two ID today. We have created one called info and another one is called header. So where to write the CSS? We have CSS, you can write as a page wise also, or you can write the CSS global also. So we have a global file here that is called index.css file. Open that. Index.css, open that file. Okay, what was the ID? ID was called header or info. First is called info. So let's write here hash info. info block. For info block, background will be blue color, and color you can keep as a white color. Text hyphen align center, and keep the padding 15 px. Next you have called header. For header also write some CSS. Background may be pink color. Color as a, remove the color. 15 pixel convert into 20 pixel. Save it. Check now. In header, hope CSS will get applied, and in info also CSS will get applied. Padding we will remove from the first one. We'll keep just very less padding, 7 pixel, so that it will occupy the less height. Let's reduce to 5. Reduce to 5 px somewhere. Will be okay. Should be a small line on the top. This also we can reduce to 10 px, the second one. Or you can let it be. If it's fine, no problem at all. Hope ready? Header is coming both the place, right? Let's write some CSS for this one also. We have created one more class. What is that class name? My container. For my container, write width 80%, margin colon auto. Width 80%, margin colon auto. So coming in a little inside. Working. Coming in the middle inside. Okay, so these two are working. Now let us go to the where. Anyone CSS error or no error? Okay, then next we'll work on next part. Next part, what is that? Go to the header file. The header file we have here. In header file, follow one UL tag and then use the li tag. Use ul li. We can create a component called user. We can keep a link called books, customer, product, something, something. Because for practice purpose, we have to create so many components. We are creating lot of components. What will happen? Components should be well organized somewhere, well connected, so that we can click and we can see. Not connecting. Okay, so user we have. We can change the link later also. Now come here, and for UL you can write a ID call nav. For this nav we can write some CSS. For nav we can write some CSS. We can write some CSS for nav. Here, do you think this section tag is required now? Not required. You can remove also. You can manage through UL directly. This what header we have given, we can give for this UL, and section tag we can remove. Non-useful tags will increase the burden of your compiler. You can keep it something like this. Okay, ready? Now check once. The output should remain same, just li will come, so it will increase the length here. Let's come to the CSS file. We can write some margin per header, and we can write CSS for LIs and all. So hope you modify it. Okay, ready. Come to again index.css file. In index.css file, for this UL, you should write margin 0px, else it will give you gap from the all the side. And inside the UL, you can write flags hyphen display flags, display display colon flags. After that, flags wrap, display flags, then flags wrap, wrap colon wrap, flags wrap as a wrap. Okay, hope you're ready. Next, after that, save the file. All the LIs are coming in one line, overlapped. So no problem. We have a solution here called list hyphen style hyphen type. List style type as a none. List style type as a none. List style type as a none. Next, after that, come down below, write hash header of li, padding 10px and color padding 10px to give, and see how that looks. Is that a space is getting applied or not? Adding 10px, a space is getting applied. A space got applied, so it is okay. Using this we can manage. In UL also you have given the padding here called under the header. In header also you have padding, you can remove that. Keep padding only under the li, header of li. Run check once. Navigation is coming. Did you get any message? I wake up at 11. When I see it's already 11:30, I 9:50 is there or there. Hope written. Let's go ahead next. So this look like this. Navigation is ready. In this we will create many components. Like as of now, how many components we have? User, info, and then header. So user is one component, assume ready. Anyway, info went on the top, header came here, and this is the user. So we will create 4-5 component. We will call here all. and then we will implement some functionality in each component. We'll get idea, okay, I'm calling multiple component, all are loading one time. Then we'll provide the links here. Once we click on the link, then component will call. That is the next level, okay, not immediately. So we got idea how to create the component and how to call the component, and inside the component write the ID and write the class, and for that ID and class how to write the CSS. Global CSS if you want to write, then you have a file index.css. We can write here. It will be able to use in all the components. If you want to use CSS component wise, so you can see here there is one file called app.css. Correct. Similar way, we can create a user.css, we can create a customer.css, we can create a book.css, and in each component we can call individual. But since in the project level
Sir.
we have individual CSS, it will be global CSS. Okay, so we have to call
Sir, suppose,
and we can use it. Hello.
yes, sir, suppose in case we create a header in two different components. If we write it two different CSS, so how it will work? Sir?
We'll guide you in the next class how to call the different CSS. Today you saw no how to use the global CSS. Next,
Yes.
guide you how to use the local CSS. Okay. So we'll leave here. We'll log out. We'll see you tomorrow. Interview. What happened? It was just only seminar.
Yes.
They will take interview.